Welcome back to the Pressure Free Leadership Series. I have a friend of mine on here, Wendi Hatton, and Wendi does a lot of things. For one thing, she's a professional clarinetist, and when we first met, I just thought, "Oh, that's super cool, Wendi." So we are both professional musicians. We also really good at tech, so we do a lot of things, right?
Right. A lot of
So
things.
welcome, Wendy, and I'd love for you to introduce yourself. And then we're just going to dive into your what you do and what you can share for us. So
All
welcome.
right. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I'm so appreciative. So basically, as Elle said, I am a musician. I'm a clarinetist and I've been a clarinetist all my life. I was in the Navy band. And when I retired from there, I figured I needed to do something. Well, the logical thing was to teach students in my home or in schools to have a little studio. And I did that for a few years, but then I was thinking, gosh, I wish there must be something bigger that I can make a bigger impact. I enjoy teaching these kids how to play music, but there must be something else. And so that's when I discovered coaching. And it was actually health coaching that I discovered because I had gained a lot of weight after I retired from the military. And so I was looking online and I found, a coach. And that was my first experience with coaching. And it was so effective that I said, I have to do this too. So that's how I got started. And then I just kind of transitioned into sales and business coaching just because I just got to know a lot of these coaches that had become friends of mine. And then they would share with me that they didn't have any clients and they had all this expertise and value to give to clients, but there's this huge gap between them and the people they want to work with. So I had built up this clarinet studio for the past 7 or 8 years. So I had some knowledge on how to grow a business. So I said, okay, let me just test this out. So I just experimented with one of those coaches that shared that with me. And we worked together for about 3 months. And just based on what I knew, and she took action on everything that we worked on, she did really well. And it was so fulfilling to me. I said, that's what I want to do. I want to help coaches grow their businesses because that's what they have so much value and the world needs coaches. So that's where I am right now. And
Oh,
so,
I just have
yes,
to jump in. I just have to jump in because that is such a need. Like we have this expertise, and how do we connect to the people who need our help?
right.
That's
Oh,
really beautiful. And I never thought of that connection too between building a music studio. But yeah, that's beautiful, Wendy. Thank you.
oh yes. It was a struggle at the beginning. And my husband was going, you retired, you need to make some money. So here I was trying to figure out how am I going to grow this. And so after a couple years, it did build up. And so I was able to learn some of the strategies that I used for building my studio into growing a coaching business. So then and this was back in 2014, and then that's when I started learning about LinkedIn. I didn't know anything about it. People said you need to have an account, and I was thinking, okay. And they said so people connect with you, and so you can um, just connect with people there. I said, okay. So I just put this account up and didn't do anything with it. I would have my parents, my family, people connect with me, friends that had nothing to do with my coaching business. And so that built up to about 200 people or so connections. And so then I started seeing that and learning, taking courses and learning about how the best ways to to actually use LinkedIn. And so I knew I was doing it the wrong way. So after going through going through for about a year of learning the right strategies on how to grow your business through LinkedIn, I people started saying, "Oh, I really loved your profile, and how do you do this and how do you do that?" And people kept asking me questions all about, and I'm thinking, "Okay, I do this sales coaching." And maybe I should add LinkedIn to it because people keep asking me about it. And so that's when about 2016, I started helping entrepreneurs, women coaches mainly, on how to grow their business using LinkedIn. So I created a methodology that people follow through. So it's called the Max value formula. So the word value is an acronym. And if you'd like me to go through those different steps, I can do that for
Oh,
you.
I love it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. So 'cause I just needed a way to structure and make it streamline and make it easier for people to learn and know what section they're actually in learning. So the letter V stands for vision and clarity. So if you're not clear on who you help, how you help them, then your LinkedIn experience won't work very well because the profile is all about the actual person that's coming to the profile more than you. That's one of the big things that people kind of get confused. You know, the about section. Most people put all like they copy and paste their website bio and they paste it onto the about section, but anybody coming to your profile reading that isn't, you know, they don't know you and they're going to read all this and they'll just kind of glaze through it because it's not about them. So the about section is about them, about the people coming to your profile. And so that's one big distinction that's important about LinkedIn. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. So
Oh,
vision, vision and clarity, you got to
okay.
be very clear. So that's the V. So then the A in the word value is abundant visibility. And that's where the profile comes in and your posts. And so that people will get to know you, your brand, your messaging, your style. And so that's that this little component or pillar in the process is where I am a lot in because it's helping people get their profile optimized so that they're representing themselves as who they want to be represented as. A lot of people maybe don't have it updated or current, that they have maybe had a job before and so they have all this everything on there about their job, their corporate job or something, but they transition into coaching or like an entrepreneur. So they look on their profile and they think, oh no, people are going to think I'm still in this job. So I
Right.
do a lot of helping them transition from the job um, copy to entrepreneur. And so which is very, very different. I don't help people who are looking for a job. I never learned how to help people who are job seekers. I only helped entrepreneurs who want to represent themselves and create a brand and
Oh,
create relationships, yeah, with
and
people.
I mean, I'm taking notes, so take notes from Wendy here because I think that's a hard thing for people to move from the paradigm of being in a job to suddenly having to self-promote. If you're a solopreneur, if you're out there on your own, you now have to promote yourself. I mean, I have spent thousands of dollars working with business coaches to help me get out of my way and do exactly this. So this is powerful.
Yes. Okay. So that's the A, abundant visibility. The L in the word value stands for leverage authentic collaborations. This is a big thing. People go on LinkedIn thinking, "Oh, I'm going to go get some clients and then just sell people, and I'll connect with people and automatically just reach out and say, "Hey, do you want my stuff?" But the what you should actually do on LinkedIn is connect with people who could be your collaboration partners because they have an audience, you have an audience, and so it's not like going individually to one person at a time. You're going to a person that has the same type of people that you work with, and vice versa, you have the same type of people they work with. So it's so much easier to go on LinkedIn and start connecting and growing a relationship with them as collaboration partners, not as like, can you buy my stuff? Maybe eventually it'll turn that way, but that's your first focus is collaborating when you go over there on LinkedIn. And a lot of people don't realize that or do that
Wow.
at all.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that's the L part. So I have a separate a little training on how to attract the best collaboration partners you could possibly connect with, and making them lasting, and so you really resonate with each other. So there's a little methodology within that as well, but I
Yeah.
don't need to go through that.
No,
So
we don't
that's
have
the
time for
L.
that today, but that's a reason for someone to connect you for sure to dive deeper just on that leveraging piece and how to really authentically connect. I love that.
Right. Yes. So then the U in the word value stands for unlimited opportunities. And so that means people don't really realize how many opportunities there are on LinkedIn. Let's say you want to be on a podcast. You just put in the search podcast hosts, and then everyone who's put podcast host in their profile, that pops up. And so it's another reason that you should really have a lot of first connections, because if you don't have too many first connections, then not too many people will come up. Well, once you every first connection, first level connection that you have, there then they have all of their people are your second connections, which is an opportunity for you to be introduced to them. So so first you have to know, back on the clarity piece, you have to know what it is you want, what opportunities you want. Do you want to be an author contributor? Like if you want to find someone who's putting a book together that has each chapter representing someone talking about what they do on each chapter. Or if you want to be the person doing the book with contributors, you can find people on LinkedIn to do that as well. So that's one of the things I help people try to just figure out: what opportunity is it that you want to pursue on LinkedIn, rather than being all scattered and what should I do now, and like, who do I reach out to, and well, who do I want to work with? So
Oh
you
my
just
gosh, yeah. That's exactly how I put this series together. I use
really.
LinkedIn. So I go to LinkedIn. You and I found connected through a different way, um, but almost everyone on here that I didn't know before, I go into LinkedIn and I type in leadership coach, author, or speaker, one of those combinations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at my seconds, people that I don't know, so I can connect to some new people, create collaboration with some new people. And I'm going to just share my behind the scenes because I'm interested. You might have a clue. So I don't click on them at first. Like I see who they are, and I go to Google. I just search to see what they're doing. Who are they? How are they? Do they have a Google business page? What's going on? And then I actually click videos to see
Oh yeah.
if how are they on screen? Do they like talking to people? Do they like giving? Because the speakers that I want to include on this series are people who are willing to give like their best stuff, give things that people can use right away to improve their leadership, to really step it up. And so I do that. Then I come back over, and if I think, yeah, this is a good fit, then I click and I
Okay.
get a simple little message that says, I liked your video with so and so, or I liked your podcast with so and I'd really love to. I'm putting together a leadership series. Would this be of interest to you? So, like, I keep it super simple like that. Some
That's
people
great. That's a
respond
great
and
way.
some people don't. So, that's the other thing I think we have to get over on social media is not everyone will respond to us, and that's okay. Right.
Right. That's true. Yeah. And it seems like more so on LinkedIn that people aren't on it as much as they you would hope, but eventually they do come. But if you have somebody that you really want to connect with and they never respond, it doesn't mean they don't want to connect with you. You can look for them elsewhere, maybe Facebook or Instagram or somewhere. Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
true. Right. Yeah. Mhm.
Hmm. So that was U, unlimited opportunities. And then the E in the word value stands for expanding your reach, or expand your reach. So if you have one collaboration partner, that's great. But what if you had 5 or 10? Like every time you add a new one, your your audience expands even more. And so I have put together 7 different collaboration models that people can select to use depending on where they are in their business or what their business is. But I don't know if I will go through all of them, but basically the first one is just the regular people referring to you. People are referring to, that would be somebody new in business if they don't really know too many people to refer back, but so somebody has met you and they know you have a great service and value to give, so they just start referring to you. And so that's the easiest, the first simplest uh, combination or model of referring or collaboration. Then it goes all the way down to like affiliate or collaborating through, like the wedding industry is really a great example. You can start with one business owner and it just kind of trickles down through the line. The first one is the jeweler. when the guy goes there and buys the ring. That's the first one. And so people can create relationships um, in the wedding industry. Like the next one would maybe be the dress. The dress salon and all these different services that are needed for a wedding, take them to that final result, which is the wedding. And the other good example is the real estate. So it would be the real estate agent and then the title. So all the people that are involved that have a service that help you get to that final result, which is the house. So in so so then another one, there's seven of them. I don't want to go through all of them,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah. In fact, I think you should leave some of them for people to connect to you because this is so good. I mean, I never, and it's kind of like you're laying a stakeholder analysis on, let's just go back to the wedding thing. Like, who are all the vendors? Who are all the stakeholders involved
right.
in creating this event? I used to
Hmm.
do stakeholder analysis for when I ran a symphony. I would just lay this lens over it of, okay, who are all my stakeholders? Telling you who my most important person was. It was the custodian of the hall where we presented our concerts. He's
Oh,
my man because he has a key to every single thing in that building.
oh, yeah.
He was like my best friend. He and then my union stagehands, they were also. And
Okay.
I just need to share something because I was asked to go into a big meeting with an extremely large foundation for some renovations to this hall.
Hmm.
And I said, well, I want to bring the custodian of the hall and at least one, if not two, of the stagehands who work every single event in there and know all the nooks and crannies and everything that needs to be right. And the leadership that I was about to meet with, the big donor and the granting agency, said, "Oh no, we just want you." And I said, "Then I'm not coming." I just put my foot down, Wendy. Like this is leadership. I said, "I
Yeah.
need my right hand people, and these two gentlemen or three gentlemen. I had three there. These three gentlemen will be able to share with you what some of these renovations you want to pay for, whether or not they'll even work in that hall, and whether or not it's a good investment." And I still remember
Wow.
showing up with them, right?
That's
And they're in their jeans and their flannel shirts, right, and they're one guy's like jingling his keys in his pocket.
that's
But I never. It's honestly of all the things I did in my career, running a symphony, that
uh-huh.
meeting was one of the most beautiful and important things I did. And afterwards, those gentlemen thanked me so much for acknowledging their expertise and
Oh,
acknowledging what they brought to the table. And
wow.
um, and so I think sometimes I don't know. I just had to bring that up because this is a leadership summit, and to me, when I look back at my leadership career, that was a moment I will never regret when I told this one fellow, "I'm not coming without them." So
Wow. That's definitely leadership for sure.
now you think I'm this really sweet, soft guy, but it's like, brr, this is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it.
Right. Oh gosh. So that's all of the methodology, and everybody just works in each different area wherever they are needed to work on. And so that comes to your profile that maybe we would like to take a look at.
Are you saying you want to hot seat me? Oh my gosh.
We talked about this earlier, so
We did, and I'm willing. I'm willing to have Wendy in this actual time here. All right, let's pop on LinkedIn.
okay. I've seen it before, and I think it's good.
Thank you. And I've worked with coaches too. I better get rid of my messages here. I don't want to share anything private. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, let me blow it up a little bit so people can really see it here because we'll come over.
Okay.
Okay, is that good?
Okay, yeah, that's good. So basically, when people come to your profile or anyone's profile is and they don't know you, they want to be compelled. They want to see something and then go, "Oh, that's me. Definitely. I'm going to keep reading." So, in terms of your banner, it looks great. But there probably could be a sentence. Let's see, you said helping organizations, teams, leaders, professionals. So you have that. That's good. I just wonder if you could tweak the language a little bit. So you say you or yours, or so that you're speaking directly to that particular person. The
Oh,
way
okay.
yeah, the way it's worded right now is good, but it's more like telling the person about you, but
Yeah,
not
got it.
actually speaking directly to them. Now the bottom you said let's talk at speakwithL.com, but the everything before that, if you make it a little bit more like a sentence or a few sentences that you where you're actually saying you can do this, like you're the benefit that you provide when you work with them, you can get this, and you can do this. I work with these people and I give them this particular benefit so that they can do this. So, benefit and the benefit of the benefit can be in that first little area that they see, because
Okay.
the first thing I see are all the your cool Kellogg's, Amazon, like, wow, that's pretty impressive. So that little section is about you. So the blue section could probably be more about them. Let's see, you've got keynote speaker, author. So you have all that over there on the right side. So that section in the middle, which is
Okay.
where they probably look, would be more directed towards them.
Okay.
That would be my suggestion.
With my bullets there on the far side, do I have
Uh-huh.
too many there? Is that all necessary? Do I have too many, or do you think it's okay?
Oh, so it depends on the people who do you think would most likely come to your profile or be wanting to connect with you? People who are building online courses or doing group training or all of the above. Are they all
Right.
that? Would you
Yeah.
say they're
Okay.
all?
Well, that's just a great question to ask yourself, like with your own LinkedIn, like who is coming to my profile? Who do I want to attract, but also who is coming to my profile? Love that. That will help me a lot. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, okay. I love your photo. It's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Um, oh, good. You've got your little speaker. So what do you say, like right next to your name? What do you actually say on it? Do you just pronounce your name or do you say something else?
I have no idea. Probably just pronounce my name.
L. Elizabeth Sterrett Ingalls.
Oops.
L. Elizabeth Sterrett Ingalls.
Okay, here's another place where you can speak directly to the person coming to your profile. You can definitely pronounce your name, say, "Hi, I'm da 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 da. Welcome to my profile. I look forward to connecting you," and you get 10 seconds to do some kind of a little message
Oh,
that
great. Okay.
um, it's the main purpose that LinkedIn put that there so people can pronounce their names, but there's enough time to put some little greeting on there as well. Um,
Beautiful. And I see people with video greetings too. Are those effective or not? What do you think about those?
Oh yeah, I think so because they actually see the person talking and giving the whatever message it is. You do that. You did your the speaker on from your phone, and you do the same thing for the video on your phone as well.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
go to the same place basically on the phone. So
Okay.
yes. Okay.
Got
So
it. Okay.
let's go to your headline. Let's see. I shall have. Okay. First, how to achieve even more strength. Okay, so that's good. So this is actually a headline. So most of the letters should probably be capitalized, or the most of the words should be capitalized. The first letter to make it more visible and noticeable
Okay.
and looking like a headline.
Okay.
My science-based method also allows you to do stress without having to. Yeah, I like that. If there's more room, there's 120 characters that you get for the
Okay.
headline. So if you wanted to put a little divider thing and put some like a title, like your title, or even a just a conversation starter type thing. Like mine says at the last, it says Navy veteran. Like somebody else I was working with put avid golfer. So you get people that come to your profile and maybe they're veterans. So I've had a lot of veterans come and connect with me. So you could add that to your profile
Okay.
if there's room. I think there's room. from this point.
Okay.
Let's see. And then good, you've got the talks about. That means you've got the creator mode on. That is good. Coach anxiety. So that's good that people see what you talk about. And let's see. Yeah, it's good to have it looks, you must have a company page because you've got your logo.
I
Like, see where it
do.
says Pressure Free Living LLC? You
Mhm.
must have you must have put together a company page because if people who don't have company pages, then you get that default gray
Oh, right, right, right.
logo on there.
Yeah.
So that's good. Oh,
So
you went to
I don't do a lot on my company page. Should I be working on that one too more?
If you want to, I don't do too much on it, but the main reason I created is so I could have my logo on the profile. That's basically.
Oh, cool.
And then I took one evening and just wrote a description of my company and some of my services. I just put some of those down there, and then anytime I have an event or anything like that, I just post it about there. I think when you post an event on the regular on the LinkedIn newsfeed, it asks you if you want it to be also posted on your company page. I
Oh,
think.
right, right. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so you can just say yes, and so that
Mhm,
takes no time.
mhm.
So then you can invite people to follow your company page if you wanted to.
Okay.
But yeah, so I don't spend too much time on it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's this upper section of the profile. Now I would like to see what your about section looks like and just see how you have it set up.
In my all
There
right
we
here.
go. Ah, okay. If you're looking for this, yeah, so you're talking about the person, making sure that they are either executive, professional, entrepreneurs, any of those types of people. So they can look at that and say, yes, I am one of those. So they'll keep reading. So
Mhm.
that is good. And I like the bullets you have so people aren't just reading this like text, like really skinny text one on top of the other, where they would just skim down. And that's good. You've got the 3 lines. I usually teach that people don't normally read more than 3 lines, in a
Oh,
paragraph.
okay.
So that's good. You've got that good. Oh, your clients down on the bottom. That's good. Wow. That's a lot. That's a
Mhm.
lot of clients. So normally, and you have a call to action on the bottom. So normally the way I teach people on how to put together their about section, it has four sections. This
Okay.
is actually a marketing strategy. It's nothing that I made up, but um, people, it's kind of like a sales page. It's the same format as a sales page. So the first sentence or two talks addresses the problem that the person has that they don't want. So struggling or time management or whatever it is that the people that come to your profile, what they struggle with, that's what you address. Then the second section addresses the result that they want but they don't have it yet. So maybe they want to be able to be successful in their leadership, in their executive business, and that kind of thing. So you just kind of um, talk about that and like cut 2 or 3 sentences relating to their result that they want, but they don't
Okay.
have it yet. And then the third one is kind of an education about you, proving that you can actually help them get to that result that they want. So
Okay.
you like in my case, I have my little methodology and like what they each letter, and then just a couple of sentences about how what I do and everything. But most of this whole thing is all about them. So then after that, then the third one is call to action. Like if you have a lead magnet, oh, I don't think you up at the top. Oh, I should show you how to do that. How to
Yes.
put the lead magnet up right up there at the top. If they resonate with everything up at the top with you, then they
Mhm.
can just click right on your lead magnet. Or so right underneath the headline, there's a place. If you go to the pencil over to the right,
Yeah.
yeah, and then you go all the way down to the bottom,
Okay.
and it should have Okay, so start typing the a link to a gift or something that down here where it says, yeah, where it says link.
Oh, right in here.
Once you start typing, then another field is going to show up, and I'll show you.
Okay. Okay. So I'll just do my website.
Yeah, you can just do that. It's good if you have some kind of free gift that you can give them where
Mhm.
they go directly to it. And this field right here, you customize it so that make it some benefit oriented. So that's what'll show up on your profile, like um, let's get leadership or get your leadership here or
Okay.
something.
So yeah, I'm gonna have something like the High Achiever's Guide to Achieving Even More, something like that. Like so
Okay, you get 30 characters. So
okay.
if that's not too
Yeah.
achieve more here or something like that.
Got it. So 30 characters under here.
Hmm. And then when it populates onto the profile, it has
Mhm.
this little box with an arrow pointing, which is kind of
Ah,
like
all
it
right.
gives them the motion or the action to click it. So because it's they know it goes somewhere.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna screenshot this. Smile.
Okay.
That's
Yay.
cool. That's really, really cool.
Yes, that was, I think that can only happen if you're on creator mode.
Create mode.
So
Okay.
if you turn it off, then it goes away.
Okay. Oh, and here's the little place where I would re-record.
Oh, yeah, on your desktop. Name, let's see, name products. So I wonder if you just do that through your, that's interesting. I
Yeah.
wonder if that is something that is kind of new because it used to be you only could do it on your phone,
Okay.
but that's good if you can do it on your desktop too.
Or maybe you can just, well, let's see. Yeah, it looks like you can. Because you can click this, you can get rid of it, or you can redo
Or
it.
you can just do it. Yeah.
Cool.
That's good.
Well, Wendy, I
Excellent.
can't believe this time has gone so fast.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
How cool. I mean,
This is this is like the the surface, just the very surface.
obviously, just gonna come out because that was just what you did. I have a whole page of notes. I mean,
Oh gosh.
I already took notes on there because this was so good. And I'm really, really happy that we have connected as friends and that I brought you on here because it's like those little tweaks can make so much difference in how
Oh, they can.
we appear to other people, whether we're
Hmm.
you centered or I centered, like that first tip that you had. And then I love how you said the benefit of the benefit. That was
Right.
getting
So
to the
that you
deeper thing.
yeah, yes. And so they're saying, yes, okay, that is what I need and what I want. I'm going to keep reading.
Oh my gosh. Well, Wendy, thank you so much. We have a link down below so people can get in touch with you and grab something from you. So please
Oh,
click
yes.
on Wendy's link.
Oh, yes. I have a get premium clients using LinkedIn ebook that you can sign up for. And it's probably 20-ish pages or something like that. So it's got a lot of stuff in it. So,
Wow, that's very generous. Thank you so much. And wow, any last parting um
last
something you
part.
want to share?
Oh, let's see. I I think that you should go for your whatever your purpose is and whatever it is that you desire and to help other people, that is what you should go to. Whether you have bumps or challenges, it'll pick you up as long as you're passionate and you've got a purpose for it. Just keep on going, even if you fall. Get up and
Wow.
keep going.
Get up and keep going. Says someone who was in the armed forces. Right?
Right. Right.
And I think it's a message for all of us that if you're in sports, if you're in the military, if you're in music, we had to practice. We didn't have a choice. You did not have a choice, but it was a passion. People think, oh, you did what you love, but it's a lot of work. And I mean, there were times in my musical career, I was playing 10 hours a day on my
Yeah.
violin. You do a Mozart opera, it's like 4.5 hours. it's long.
It's yeah, it's crazy.
You
Yes.
have no ideas, but that helps if you can get consistent. If you are an entrepreneur, if you are a leader, and we will all have bumps. We have things that just pull the rug right from under us, and
Hmm.
that perseverance to like pick ourselves back up and say, "I'm doing this," because in the end, it's really not about us. Maybe you're leaving a legacy for your family. Maybe you are, helping people. I mean, I can't not do pressure-free living. I coach servers at restaurants when they're having a bad day. I just randomly coach people out in the nature center. Just like if I see, it's just I can't help it. Who I am and what my heart is. And so I
Yes.
feel that from you too. It's like you before we
Right.
got on this call, you're like, oh, I could help you with your LinkedIn. It's pretty good, but it can be better, right? Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Wendy. We're continuing this series. Tomorrow you'll get another video and enjoy it and have a pressure-free day until then.
Thank you.